Hey everyone, today I'm taking the seat cover off of my Seika and putting a new one on. And how I did that is I used a Phillips screwdriver and took the cowling off, and then I took all that hardware out, either a 10mm nut driver or like the strap is held on with this Phillips screws. And I'm not going to put this strap back on, so this bracket is going to stay out. This one needs to go back in because it's a hinge, but once I got this seat cover off, I found that a lot of the pleating material underneath is just shredded from, being in 1982, this being 2015. Also, there's a couple of spots I'm holding together with Gorilla Tape, so I wanted to put a new seat cover on it. There's the other one right there. Kind of hard to see, but right there it ripped open, so we're going to get rid of that. I don't really care for the strap, so that's not going back on. But another thing I noticed is that the seat pan isn't attached to the foam, and I like the fact that it's a plastic seat pan, because the big problem with these older bikes is the seat pan just rusts away to nothing. So nice plastic one, it'll last a long time as long as it doesn't crack. So far this one has not cracked, but underneath here you can see spots where rusty components were, and then all these little rust spots are from the staples that held the seat cover on, because they were not stainless steel. I'm going to try and get stainless steel staples to put back in it, so I'm going to have to spray adhesive this back on, and then seat hinges up this way, so I don't need this bolt for the strap. I'm just going to go ahead and untape that and remove it. I always try and do videos with one hand and it never works. There. So I can just attach that to there so I know where it goes. And then put that in the strap in my box of factory parts I've taken off. Here's the new one. It's a little bit different style. It doesn't quite match, but these pleats are actually sewn in instead of just heat formed. So it'll be a lot more comfortable. Got about a 1/2 inch of padding in there. It's a little bit different look, but I think it still looks like a period correct seat cover, which is what it's designed to be. So we're going to go ahead and put that on, but first, like I said, we need to spray adhesive this back on, so let's go do that. Alright, I'm going to be using 3M Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. I am not an interior upholstery or body finishing guy, so I think this will work, but I'm not really sure. So I used it on one other motorcycle seat and it seemed to work okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spray it on here. Alright, now we want to wait until this gets, the can says, aggressively tacky. And I did go ahead and spray the other side, the foam side as well. So we're just going to wait a minute and then stick them together. Alright, that feels aggressively tacky to me, so go ahead and stick this back on. Make sure everything's lined up, more or less. Looks pretty good. Go ahead and set it on the floor here and compress it down. Make sure I get all the sticky surfaces in contact with each other so it stays on the pan. Alright, there we go. And then I'm going to let this dry before I put the cover back on it, just because I don't want the cover holding in releasing vapors or what have you. Alright, now I'm into guesswork territory. If anyone out there watching is an upholstery person, please comment in the comment section below the video on what I'm doing right or wrong, because I really don't know. I'm just kind of going at this what I think is logically. I put one in the front, and then I put one in the back, and then I just made sure it was centered. And now I have 3 in the back and 3 in the front. I think it's centered, so I'm going to fold the edge over and pop one in there and one in there, and make sure it's centered here. One there, one there, one there, one there. Make sure it all looks good. Flip it over, make sure it looks good, and then go staple crazy. So we'll see how that turns out. Alright, move to the kitchen where I have better lighting, but it turned out very nice actually. Lots of staples, and then I trimmed the inside once I had it on there and I knew it looked good. I've got the hardware reinstalled, I believe correctly. I'm going to go out and check that it's all okay, and then make sure that it closes all right, sit on it, and then if it all works, I'm going to put the rear cowling back on and put it on the bike. Alright, I've got the pins back in. Just lower the seat back down, rear latch, front lock, and that looks very good. It's not original, but it's that same style with the pleats in it. I prefer a strapless design. I don't really like that handle across the seat. I took it off the dirt bike too, but it's a hair wider than it really needs to be, but that pulls this pleat down the side a little bit, so that this won't dig into your leg as bad. So very nice. I'll post on my Facebook page under the same name as my YouTube page, Kory's Rides, if I need to take this and tighten it at all in the future. I'll also have a link to where I got this. I got it on eBay. Very quick shipping. Went on real easy, trimmed it a little bit, so I'm very happy with it. So let's take it outside, take a couple pictures, and we're one step closer to having this thing restored. Oh God, spider web! Oh God, I swallowed it. Oh shit. Jeez.